नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय. That's great, wonderful friends. Joined again today to welcome you all for our this study of Upanishads continuously to inform and inspire ourselves to be on that wonderful path of liberation. Though the destination may be distant in time, depending on our position and ability to do sadhana. And funniest thing is, the goal to be reached is nowhere physically far away. It is within us as our own selves. And yet, it takes time for various reasons. Whatever the reasons, how much your time it takes, let it. But then we are on the path. Ensuring to be on the path, not getting distracted, becoming more and more clear about the path and how to walk on the path. These few things, if we are becoming thorough day by day and accordingly changing, editing, improving upon our effort, parishrama, then we can feel within us the confidence that we are on the right route, path, and track. So here we are, Upanishad Adhyanam. Let Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana bless us, empower us for our all Vyaktitva Vikasa so that truly we are safe and secured outside, peaceful and contented inside, and sure and certain in our doing sadhana. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Chaturthodhyayaha. Relentless is Shwethashwathara Rishi and the Shruti Mata to repeatedly remind to us the nature of the truth, the reality, Swarupena and Tatastharupena, and telling us that realize it and get permanently freed from all struggles, bondages, all any type of dukkha. Come here. Here there is no pain or misery, even if you look for, search for. Where you are there is you are searching for the happiness that is here. It is found fully. And that misery which you are going through there, which you don't want, it is not found even a little trace also here. So come here. Everybody who have understood it, had faith in it, all of them have tried, they have reached, they are here in that most joyful state of being without even a little of bondage of misery. This is what in every of the adhyaya, in every of the prasanga, every of the mantra, all Upanishads say so. This Upanishad repeatedly saying, we are fortunate to go through it. May our knowledge, information, inspiration grow with every of our these classes attended. May we become more true and sincere for this path. Let all the ambiguities, inhibitions, hesitations, doubts go away because they are the strongest chains and blockades in every aspect of our lives, achievements, more so in our adhyatmikata. So, samshaya rahita shraddha, है ना, अनन्य एकाग्रता, then shuddha prema, then ishtata, utsaha for this sadhana, for this marga, may we always possess. May the Lord divine, the Gurus, somehow, anyhow, everyhow, empower us, bless us, protect us to be like this personality. So here we are. Let us study the fourth chapter, 14th mantra onwards with Bhashyam. Before that, our Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa, our Upanishad Mantrocharana, and then Adhyanam with Bhasha. Rigveda, we have just started Navama Mandalam. In that, today we have to do 12th Anuvaka onwards. 12th we can do, friends, 13 we can do, 14 we can do, 15. So, four of them, even next one is 16th. Five we can do. Each of them have around 8 mantras. So 40 mantra parayana is healthy every day, good every day. Enjoy. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणम् ऋग्वेदः नवममण्डलम् अथ द्वादशोऽनुवाकः ॐ सोमा अश्रुग्रमिन्दवः सुधारुतस्य सादने इन्द्राय मधुमत्तमाः अविविप्रा अनूशतगावो वत्सं न मातरः इन्द्रं सोमस्य पीतये मदच्युत्क्षेति सादने सिन्धोरोर्मा विपश्चित् सोमो गौरी अधिश्रितः दिवो नाभाविचक्षणो व्योवारे महीयते सोमो यः सुक्रतुः कविः यः सोमः कलशेष्वा अन्तः पवित्र आहितः तमिन्दुः परिषस्वजे प्रवाचमिन्दुरिष्यति समुद्रस्याधिविष्टभे जिन्वन् कोशं मधुश्च्युतम् नित्यस्तोत्रो वनस्पतिर्धीनामन्तः स वर्दुगुः हिन्वानो मानुषा युगा अविप्रिया दिवस्पदा सोमो हिन्वानो अर्षति विप्रस्य धारया कविः आपवमानधारय रयिं सहस्रवर्चसम् अस्मे इन्दो स्वाभुवम् 13 सोमः पुनानो अर्षति सहस्रधारो अत्यविः वायोरिन्द्रस्य निष्कृतं पवमानमवस्य वो विप्रमभिप्रगायत सुष्वाणं देववेतये पवन्ते वाचसातये सोमाः सहस्रपाचसः गृणाना देववीतये उदनो वाचसातये पवस्वबृहतीरिषः द्युमदिन्दो सुवीर्यं तेन सहस्रिणं रयिं पवन्तामा सुवीर्यं सुवाना देवास इन्दवः अत्याहियानान हेतृभिरसृग्रं वाजसातये विवारमव्यमाशवः वाश्रा अर्जन्तीन्दवोऽपि वत्सं न धेनवः ददन्विरेगभस्त्योः जुष्ट इन्द्राय मत्सर पवमानकनिक्रदत् विश्वा अपद्विषो जहि अवग्नन्तो अरावणः पवमानः स्वर्दृशः योनावृतस्य सीदत 14th मंत्र परिप्रासिष्यदत्कविः सिन्धोरूर्मावधिश्रितः कारं बिभ्रत्पुरुस्पृहं गिरायधीसबन्धवः पञ्चव्राता अपस्यवः परिष्कृण्वन्ति धर्णसिंह आदस्य शुष्मिनो रसे विश्वे देवा अमत्सदा यदि गोभिर्वसायते निरिणानो विधावति जहच्छर्याणि तान्वा अत्र सञ्जिघ्नते युजा नप्तिभिर्यो विवस्वद शुभ्रो न मां मृजे युवान् गाः कृण्वानो न निर्निजौ अधिश्रितेतिरश्च दागव्याजिगात्यन्व्या वग्नुमियर्तियं विदे अविक्षिपः समग्मद मर्जयन्ति ऋषस्पतिं कृष्णागुगृह्णत वाजिनः परिदिव्यानि मर्मृषत् विश्वानि सोमपार्थिवा वसूनि याह्यस्मयुः 14 is over 15th एष धिया यात्यन्व्याशूरो रथेभिराशुभिः गच्छन्निन्द्रस्य निष्कृतम् एष पुरोधियायते बृहते देवतातये यत्रामृता स आसते एष हितो विनीयतेन्द शुभ्रावतापधा यदि तुञ्जन्ति भूर्णयः एष शृङ्गानि दोदुवत् चिशीते युध्यो वृषा नृम्णा दधान ओजसा एष रुक्मिभिरीयते वाजे शुभ्रेभिरंशुभिः पतिः सिन्धूनां भवन् एष वसो निबिब्धना परुषाय इवाते अवसादेषु गच्छते एतं मृजन्तिमर्जमुप द्रोणेष्वायवः प्रचक्राणं महीरिषः एतमुत्यन्दशक्षिपो मृजन्ति सप्तधीतयः स्वायुधं वदिन्तमम्. One more, 16. प्रते सोतार ओण्यो रसम्मदाय घृष्वये सर्गो न तक्त्येतशः कृत्वा दक्षस्य रथ्यमपो वसानमन्धसा घोषामण्ड्वेषु सश्चिम अनप्तमप्सु दुष्टरं सोमं पवित्र आसृज पुनीहीन्द्राय पाथवे प्रपुनानन्यचेतसा सोम पवित्रे अर्षति क्रत्वा सधस्तमासदत् क्रत्वा नमोभिरिन्दव इन्द्रसोमो सोमा असृक्षत महेभराय कारिणः पुनानो रूपे अव्यये विश्वा अर्षन्नभिश्रियः शूरो न गोषु तिष्ठति दिवो न सानुपिप्युषीधारा सुतस्य वेदसः वृथा पवित्रे अर्षदे त्वं सोमविपश्चितं तना पुनान आयुषो अव्यो वारं विधावसि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Shanti. That's great. 16 we have done. From 17 tomorrow we will see. Krishna Vasudeva Rakshamam Pahimam. Friends, in today's common sense thought, very few things, simple discussion is what it is key in life. As we all desire, it is true that we should not suffer at all. Instead of suffering, there should be peace with us. There should be contentment, happiness with us. There can be even celebration in our life. There can be bliss all the time. Purnata of the Paramatma's expression. Out of three is in this third one being Anandi. Before the Ananda, the other two things. The Chit Swarupata, the Sat Swarupata. So we all generally, especially as human beings, in the Sat we are secured. We are all existing. In the Chit also we are secured. We are aware. We are going on gaining Jnanam. We are living according to Jnanam. The third aspect only we are not having fully called Ananda. That's why all of us are running only for Ananda. Try to catch this point. So therefore, we have to be Anandi, not Dukhi. That clarity should be there in us. That I should not suffer, I must be happy consciously. Thereafter, we have to start becoming wiser, 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 in which we should think that what I am doing to avoid dukkha, misery, what I am doing to get the happiness. Is it the right way what I am doing? Or are there any more assured and better ways? You know? In all present our ways of living of life, wherein we are trying to avoid dukkha and get the sukha. What's happening is that dukkha is temporarily going away, not permanently. Again, it is repeating, relapsing, isn't it? Like in any of many of the medications also, there are some medicines for some diseases, they temporarily give the relief. है ना? They are all called preventive, not curative. Only a, uh, whatever the symptoms are there, symptomatic relief they give, not permanent relief. So, you, if you are intelligent, go to that doctor, take that medicine, which completely cures that dukkha, that dard, that pain, that misery, that disease, whatever. In the same way, we have to think and understand that the techniques we are adopting to remove the dukkha are very temporary, relapsing every of the dukkha. So too, the techniques which we are adopting to get sukha happiness also, they are also too temporary. Here, temporarily the dukkha is going, but again coming back. Here, the temporarily the sukha is coming, but again going back. That is why our desire to be dukkha rahita sukhi is remaining as it is, and our efforts and struggles are happening continuously. Every one of us. We have to think it. So, as much we desire, be attentive that I should be free from misery, so much I must think and desire that I must be free from misery permanently. Add the word permanency. Very important it is. Akritah kritena, what is said in the Upanishad is to guide us in this only. Don't fool yourself by yourself by seeking the temporary relief from the dukkha with that whatever the ego that जब दोबारा आएगा तब देखेंगे फिलहाल तो I am keeping it away. In the same way, seeking happiness is so good, but better than that is what? Seeking the happiness permanent. That wisdom we have to have, not the ego or arrogance, to say carelessness more than arrogance. That चलो फिलहाल तो लेट मी एंजॉय जब जाएगा फिर से मैं मेहनत करूंगा you know I'll again try. I get it when it goes away. It looks to be little wise and intelligent thought, but not the wisest one. The wisest is seeking permanent, whether it is the dukkha rahitya, seeking permanent, whether it is sukha prapt. That thought till it doesn't come into us that I want to be permanently happy, permanently free from misery, then I won't seek that source or way or technique by which things permanently I get. These two, freedom from dukkha, sukha prapt. Then I go continuously for the temporary things. है temporarily removing dukkha, temporarily becoming happy, thereafter again becoming dukhi, losing the happiness. This is called samsara. संसार में दुख नहीं जाता, सुख नहीं आता, ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन आता भी है, जाता भी है. Are we not doing it every day? Some happiness is coming when we are in some bhoga. Again, that is going away. Then the dukkha is going away of various types. है ना? Some or the other dukkha which we go through. Again, it is coming. Isn't it? Is it wise that way to attend to the temporary solutions, or is it wise that way to seek the eternal permanent? Think about it. Isn't it? From this thinking only arises the adhyatmikata. Okay. Now, four states, let us understand. Four or five, let us say. First is what? Nothing is done to get the sukha, to get out of dukkha. Nothing is done. That is a stony life, a lazy, lethargic life, a buffalo life it is. We cannot be like that. That blockade in our intellect, total zero fight of intellect, wherein we say, मैंने कुछ नहीं करूँगा for removing my dukkha, for getting my sukha. That's a very, very bad thing. You know, that is never ever allowed. In this world, to help us for these two, there may be, remember, hundreds of help, sources helps, but all of them are second. Primary is ourselves. It is when I start, then while doing, I take the help from others. Not when I myself do not start. That again, first basic thing we have to understand. So when I have come out of this wrong notion that मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा into मैं कुछ करूंगा, for both goals are two, दुख निवृत्ति सुख प्राप्ति. Second point is what? कि let us never do those things which in the present vicinity or temporarily seem to give sukha, remove dukkha, but in the long run, definitely they are going to give dukkha and take away the sukha. Understood? All those which give immediate sukha, but later on dukkha pakka. All that which gives removes the dukkha immediately, but later on again brings it. Those things let us not. इसी को अधर्म या पाप करते हैं, wherein in the shortcut methods we want to get something presently. It will come. Like I do the chori. Immediately that lot of money is with me. It's an instant, immediate karma done and I got the benefit, money. So it is immediate sukha, but in the long run, think about it. If not in the first, definitely in the 40th, 50th chori, I'll be caught. When I am caught in the 50th, the inquiry will set in. Then all the earlier 49 are found. Then to all of them the punishment is given. समझ में आ गया ना? तो the second point में ये है ना, to do this job of or to get this result of dukkha nivritti and sukha prapti, let us not adopt those means unintelligently. Unintelligent means wrong means, which are not allowed by the society, constitution, government, or scriptures, or elders, or any wise people, or even our own inner conscience. Like these things, taking the bribe, etc. That is one way of immediately getting the money. Almost every day you see one or two cases caught wherein such big officer he was raided by the ITL people और कोई जाल बिछा के उस पंछी को पकड़ लिया. So he is caught red-handed while taking so much amount of bribe. See that then all paper हर जगह पे वो आता है. The family, everybody is insulted. Suspension. In that case also, if not in the first case of taking bribe, 20th time you will be caught. है ना? 30th time you will be caught. If not here in the above world, the Lord is anyway watching. वहाँ तो that law, that court, that IACB, nobody can escape that one. So too, taking refuge of speaking lies. So दूसरों को धोखा देना, करप्ट वगैरह रहना, झूठ वगैरह कहना, है ना? For immediate benefits. Many times it works. झूठ बोलना. Immediately it gives benefits. बट एक बार लोगों को पता चला that for my selfish purpose I speak झूठ, will they trust me again? Will they not tell everybody else कि यार इनको ट्रस्ट मत करो, ये झूठ बोलता है. गया फिर लाइफ लॉन्ग के लिए. That's what we were in Gita also seeing. Avachavadan bahun vadishyanti, etc. So the second step is very important, that let us not yield to those techniques in which temporary, immediately something is gained. With minimum efforts, the sukha and dukkha is removed, which in long term will give us more and more dukkha, more and more Sukharahitya. You know, it can be even eating a food also. It looks tasty for the tongue, but it troubles to the stomach so much. तुरंत तो सुख लगता है बट बाद में दुख. Even our variety of involvements in the programs like TV entertainment. लगता है while watching, but thereafter the mind intellect gets dull-witted. All those thoughts enter our mind and make it useless for anything good work, isn't it? And we get addicted to that. We don't even know that days and hours are being spent for that. And from a good expected state of being a spiritual person, we just lose track of everything. ऐसे बहुत सारे जिसमें हम इन्वॉल्व होते हैं जो तुरंत लाभ देता है बट लॉन्ग रन में वो नष्ट या दुख ही देता है. सेकंड पॉइंट इज दिस. फर्स्ट, come out of I cannot do, I will not do, let it happen. Say, there's the first one we should start doing. Second, in the doing also, avoid these short term techniques, shortcut methods throughout life. हमें रुजु मार्ग में होना है, वक्र मार्ग में नहीं होना है. That concept that there is some shortcut method other than the well laid path by the Shastras, by the Mahatmas, by the Gurus, उससे हटकर और किसी कहने से और मेरे सोचने से कोई शॉर्टकट मेथड होगा टू रिमूव द दुख टू गेट द सुख, ये थॉट मन से निकाल. महाजनो ये न गतस्स पंथा. That is a path by which great people have walked and are shown us. For anything in this life, there cannot be any shortcut method. There is only one method. Bas. In that method, if you do it well, quick, fast, you will be getting it in the optimum time. If you are doing it slow, lazy, then it will take time. But path is that one. Like point A to point B. You can never have 10 paths. Minimum shortcut. वो एक ही होता है. From A to B. Straight path. Any other path, crooked, etc., it will be taking more time only. Even thinking that about presence of another path or route itself is wrong. Second point. Third, now the positive side. Then how to achieve these three things? Dukkha rahitya, sukha prapti. For anything, everything in this world, the three techniques are there. First and foremost is our own intelligent, well understood, our own parishrama. Definitely. This continues even for the next two. But basically, my own parishrama with my own jnanam. With that also, I can reduce the dukkhas, I can increase the sukha. Anything like I have the dukkha of not having money. Let us start the basic important thing. Because money makes life comfortable. Though more money makes us luxurious and binds us, but minimum money तो चाहिए जिंदगी चलाने को, है ना? Only for that sannyasi, he gives up whole money, everything to avoid his interest in the bhoga. That he does only sadhana. That he just goes for bhiksha. Whatever comes, he eats. His whole mind is only for Paramatma. He doesn't even bother about his safety, security. भगवान देख लिया तो देख लिया, नहीं तो मरूंगा मैं. But for all of us, we need. So that money rahitya is dukkha hetu. Money is there is sukha prapti. In this, with our own ability, intelligence, and talent, we can earn that sufficient money. Accordingly, the dukkha can be removed, the comfort, sukha can be get. Our parishrama. So, if we feel that money is requirement, this is the case. So, to some name and fame you want, friends you want, a good health you want. Like yesterday was International Yoga Day. So, the ill health is a dukkha, health is a sukha. So, in our hands only, the required disciplines that are to be done are there. If we can really practice them, really that dukkha of the anarogya will not be there. Sukha of the swasthata can be there. हो सकता है ना अपने प्रयत्न से. So too, in any of the many things, our own conscious efforts with our intelligence, with the present resources, we can try. We may not succeed in 100%, but some percentage we succeed. At the same time, it is not a wrong method. Main is it is not wrong method. अपना रोटी कपड़ा और मकान स्वयं के मेहनत से पाना और बाकी अपने दुखों को स्वयं के मेहनत से ठीक करना, स्वयं के मेहनत से. In doing so, definitely we need somebody's help. Like I'm not well, so I need somebody's help, like doctor. But I have to go to doctor. I have to tell him, "Ki this is my suffering. Please help me, doctor," etc. So the third point is believing in our purushartha, in reducing our dukkha, our main goal, and increasing our sukha, our main goal too. Basically, we should not justify to be miserable and not happy, because that's not human evolution. Dukkha rahitata sukha prapti is the evolution. So one, I will not do anything, let it happen by itself is a wrong notion. I will adopt the wrong methods in which immediately, temporarily, there may be benefits, but in the long run, that will be only loss. है ना? I will not adopt. Anywhere you make a bridge constructed or any building constructed, all the wrong material is used, let us say, to save the money. शुरुआत में पैसा सेव हुआ, but that whole project goes away, the bridge collapses, the building collapses. कितने लोग मरेंगे वहां? More than that, first question is which company made that road and building? Then you will never get the orders. See that Air India, when the tragedy happened, all people are afraid. Now they are not booking that flight because the trust goes away, na? Isn't it? Again, it is not that now the secrets are revealed. You can see one by one. Suddenly we see in last 15 to 20 days only, there are in 15 to 20 flights, there are some or the other snacks. And suddenly a chaotic, frightening situation. And we are of Buddha, we never think what could be the reason. The reason is what? Ki every time it was going on, but then the crew or the pilots were suppressed by the companies, etc. चुप और छोटा सा ही प्रॉब्लम है तू चलाओ करके they were not allowed to complain. Now this tragedy happened. They now are coming out of those separation fear. To avoid it, they are telling us snag hai, hum nahi chalayenge. That's how the people are opening up. Like in any of the places also, if the owner gives a chance to tell what are the problems, the people start opening up. ना जब तक आप नहीं पूछोगे, मौका नहीं दिया जाएगा, सब प्रेशर होगा. Nobody dares because there's fear of their own survival there. Now, people, now just I'm giving the example. So, all that is the temporary things, so not doing at all or wrongdoings. Two things we have seen. Now, the third one is what? The doing with our own efforts. Beautiful thought it is. It is wonderful thing in life कि अपने मेहनत से जितना दुख दूर कर सकते हो करो, जो नहीं कर सकते हैं जिसमें. This is better than the shortcut methods, the temporary methods, the wrong methods, etc. है ना? So we are giving that right example that the wrongdoings later on humiliate us, insult us, We are telling that example to say that once the trust is lost, then we don't get the customers, etc. कोई हॉस्पिटल हो तो यहाँ के डॉक्टर्स मिले हुए हैं, हेरा फेरी करते हैं, पीपल डोंट गो देयर. कोई शॉप है मिलावट कर रहे हैं तो कल पता चला तो पीपल वोंट गो देयर. While explaining this, that example we gave of by Air India, people are not booking. The other thing, suddenly I was thinking, I was observing, that means all other flights are safe. Suddenly XYZ वहां रुक गया, इंडिगो यहाँ रुक गया. हर एक में मैंने थोड़ा ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? Suddenly you cannot have a problem in all. That means they were there, but they were not that much importance given. Now they are openly bringing out. So that was an example. Now third one we have understood. How to remove the dukkha, get the sukha. Apna mehnat. Fourth one is there is a little more highly successful method that's called as the bhakti marga, isn't it? Because somebody is there to manage the show of the entire world in which we are also a part, and that manager has got all powers, all variety of shaktis under his control. The three shaktis of the Lord are called as Kartum Shakyaha. He can do anything. Akartum Shakyaha. He can stop doing anything. Anyata Kartum Shakyaha. He can do it the other way also. He can do, he can undo, he can do it otherwise. That Ishvara is there. Definitely. So this is called as the Upasana Marga, Bhakti Marga, Prema Marga. Wherein there are hundreds and thousands of techniques are there of invoking the Rakshana Kripa of that Paramatma, by which, let us say, the Sharirika Dukkha of the Asvasthata removed, Sharirika Sukha of Swasthata gained, Arthika Dukkha of the no money is reduced, Arthika comfort and financial soundness, usse मिलने वाला सुख. How many devatas are there? You pray to Kubera, you pray to Lakshmi. So many are there. When that proper process is followed, definitely that particular levels, dukkha will go away, sukha will come. Mainly need the body level of dukkha rahitya sukha, financial dukkha rahitya and sukha, the relational dukkha rahitya and sukha. These are the three things we want in the world. Financial may the profession and all of them come. So this is the Upasana Paddhati, which also is well recommended in our Shastras. In any of our Shastras, are we recommended about just lazy raho? अपने आप होता है? No. If there any recommendation is there that go by shortcut methods of all adharma papa, you will get the result. Nowhere it is recommended. Self-effort, uddhared atmana atmanam. That recommendation is there. Devotion, yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Teshamaham samudharta bhavami mrityu samsara sagarat. Isn't it? How many millions of the bhaktas are there though who followed that paddhati of bhakti 100% properly, and by Paramatma's kripa, many of their dukkha they removed, and their ambitions are of wanting to be sukhi in this or that method, they fulfilled. That's what the entire Puranas talk about. Isn't it? Dukkha removal and Sukha. Somebody wanted money, Bhagavan came Tathastu after his puja. Somebody wanted the kingdom, Bhagavan said Tathastu. Somebody wanted Swarga, Tathastu. Somebody wanted Aneka Siddhis, Paramatma came and said Tathastu. Somebody wanted a Urdhva Lokas. Don't we see all of that? We see, but it doesn't click to us because we're not seeing with proper Shraddha, with proper intellection. If that is there, then we become such a beautiful upasakas throughout the day to fulfill our both desires of removal of our dukkha and obtaining of the sukha. And thousand times in all Purana Itihas, it is so strongly said that surrender to Bhagavan, he will remove dukkha, he will give sukha. Every Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, everywhere in that Phala Shruti it is said. But the trust, that Shraddha in us, And to do the thing as it is said, we fail to do. है ना, like जो शतबार पाठ कर कोई छूटई बंदी महासुख होई. So whoever 100 times chanting this one from all bondages, he will be freed and महासुख होई. है ना, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साक्षी गौरीशा. It is said, but that much intense faith to do that we have to have. And in these all Bhakti Shastras, याद रख लो, result is sure as it is mentioned in those Falashrutis, but may not be immediately. It may be written sometimes immediately, but it may not be because some other things have to be adjusted. है ना? Like even if a green corridor is made for the ambulance to go, if the road is long or if there is patches on the road, even ambulance will take more time. There's no obstruction in between. Otherwise, because of other traffic. But ऐसा कुछ चीजें होते हैं. Therefore, sure result will come. It may sometimes be immediate if there are no in between obstacles. If there are, it will take time. Isn't it? And don't ask how and why. Like Sita ji, Ravana took. Why should it take 10 months for Rama to go and finish Ravana and bring? She went through that suffering. Only to tell us that you may be landing in that problem and praying to the God, but for him to come, some cases it may take time. Some cases it can be immediate. Like in the case of Draupadi. There also it took some time. When the Dushasana trying to trouble her and all, when she prayed, then Bhagavan came in that Vastravatara. All that we have to know. That surely it will happen. But if at all in some snacks are there in between for whatever reason, it may take time. But it will be sure path. And there you should not insist. You should come immediately, urgently. How can you see me suffer like that? Are you not my God? Am I not your devotee? ये घमंड नहीं चलता भक्ति में. In bhakti ahankara अभिमान द्वेषित्वात्. See, if I invoke my ego with whatever my little resources, how much ego the Lord should have with all his abilities, isn't it? होता है कि नहीं? Then if I make it a prestige, he will also make it. देखो, I invoke unnecessarily the anger of the Lord by becoming egoistic. इन भक्ति मार्ग कभी भी अहंकार जल्दबाजी नहीं चलेगा. Isn't it? निरहंकार से we pray and leave it to him. When you will answer my prayers, oh Lord, how you answer? I don't know, but I know this much that you will answer my prayers. And this is the way I have to pray. I have known it thoroughly. I am doing it. It's not that Mahalakshmi Ashtakam ya Kanakadhara Stotram एक बार पढ़ लिया, then Kanakadhara should happen. नहीं नहीं नहीं. You keep on doing till it happens. It may not happen the entire life. Don't cry. मैं जिंदगी भर करते रहा कनकधारा, मुझे माँ ने पैसे नहीं दी. अरे लास्ट लाइफ प्रारब्ध, you brought such a daridrata that throughout the life you have to suffer. That's it. But what about all this Kanakadhara I have done? Next life it will come. And lot of explanation can be given in this. The second path, any type of dukkha nivritti, any type of sukha prapti can be obtained by the Paramatma's krupa through the Bhakti Marga authenticated. है ना? It is authentic. But in this, the problem is what? The common general problem is what? Even here also, the permanency is not guaranteed. Because at what level we are wanting dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti? Upadhi level. Upadhi means it will have the vyadhi. Remember it. Even God cannot help it. If no vyadhi is there, the vruddhapya will be there. Marana will be there. That you can't avoid. Or the post position, everything beautiful in that, but it cannot be permanent. Like Brahmadeva, well blessed, no problem, great post. But one problem is there in it, he one day he'll have to retire. That's why with the bhakti, whatever you get, also because it is at the upadhi level, upadhi will never give permanent happiness. One day that also will have to end only. अगेन जितना भक्ति किया उतना ही मिलता है. देर इज नो परमानेंस इन दैट. गारंटी है मिलेगा, लेकिन जो मिलेगा उसका गारंटी नहीं है कि वो परमानेंट होगा. Isn't it? Think about it. So therefore, what is left for us, the third thing is only one. That is the Jnana Marga. Wherein what we are revealed. And we are already that Brahman. In which, ढूंढने पर भी you can never get a misery in it. Because all the causes of misery are never present in it. And it is infinitely, permanently Ananda Swarup. That we are already, so that we have to realize it is. In that realization of the self, through this Sukshmate Sukshma Tattva Jnana Marga, Shashvata Dukkha Nivrutti, Shashvata Ananda Prapti. अब सोच लो, 5 things we have seen. The basic thing is dukkha nivrutti prapti. One is I will not do anything. Second, I will do wrong things. Third, I will do things at my own ability level. Fourth, I take the help of the Lord. Fifth one is the ultimate truth. Jnanam, in which we go to gurus, listen from them the Upanishad, which we are doing in our Upanishadic classes. So in our Upanishadic classes, therefore, the effort we are putting is to understand that technique by which permanently all dukkha removed, permanently ananda is gained. That is what every Upanishad crying, shouting, telling us. इधर आ जाओ, ढूंढने पर भी दुख नहीं होगा. इधर आ जाओ, कुछ भी करो, दुख सुख जाएगा ही नहीं. It will be permanent. है ना? If this clicks to us truly from the heart, then nothing other than the pure reality we seek. Once we start seeking again, please remember, as for the other things also, our own parishrama and Paramatma's कृपा में जैसा टाइम लिया, इसके लिए भी takes time, है ना? And it is bit difficult path, है ना? Because of the self, though it is reality, still it is not easily apprehendable, है ना? Easily believable to begin with. At what level we are now, depending on that. Easy नहीं होता उसके ऊपर श्रद्धा रखना, उसको समझ पाना, बट असंभव नहीं है. What method you and I are adopting of daily studying the Upanishads is the most effective method. So we spent 5 6 years. Some more years, let's spend, let's say, let us 10 12 more years, or maybe 20 30 40. Then both the things. The spashtata of the Siddhanta Jnana regarding that Paramatma Tattva, and then when that is gained, we will be permanently blissful. That idea also becomes clearer. We are trying for that. You know, that vagueness, to remove that vagueness, to remove that samshaya, etc. That will all go with the Sukshma Buddhi gained while studying these Shastras. All those samshayas will go away. We will accept this fact that beyond this tangible world of names and forms or the upadhis, there is some substratum, and that can be lived as. वो acceptance धीरे धीरे होगा. For that only we are studying Shastras. Then this is the way for it. Then while doing that, after many years, a glimpse of it will come, wherein it will be so frightening to begin with. Because I am alone there is nothing other than me. पहली बार जब वो होता है, इतना डर लगता है, रे बाबा बाबा. But second time, third time, fourth time, when we attempt it, then we will know that this is the actual thing. Any greatest of the things also, first time it appears to be difficult. Any of the sophisticated things invented by the technology, science, in using it in the first time, we feel that first time fears. है ना? Like first washing machine you brought, first you put all your कपड़ा, वो घूमता है धड़ाधड़, डर लगता है ये मेरे कपड़ा धोएगा कि फाड़ेगा. When you look at it, it looks like. Then 3 and 4, 5 times when you see, okay, you understand it. Everything first time ऐसा ही लगता है. But as you go through, you know it's the best. Even in this Vedanta also, that Brahman, that reality, which appears to be vague, becomes clear, and the first glimpses, though here give sense of fear and all, slowly we know that that is reality. That's the beauty of it. So, till that time, we need to have patient, continuous efforts. बस मैं सही मार्ग में हूं बाबा, मुझे नहीं छोड़ना. उपनिषद के मार्ग में मैं हूं, बस इसी को समझना है. इसमें जो कहा वही करना है, वही मुझे बढ़िया सा उस लक्ष्य तक ले जाएगा. दिस टाइप ऑफ relentless faith we have to have. And luckily to us, all the rishis, gurus are there to say that we have reached this so beautiful, you are on the right path, you will come. See, in all our last 5 years, any number of texts we have studied, uncountable. Everywhere there is encouragement, inspiration only by all our gurus. Nowhere they said, "Hare, the spiritual path we followed, but we failed or we didn't get what we wanted. So don't go this way." किसी ने कहा क्या? Everybody said, "You have chosen the best path." So this way, निष्कर्म मार्ग, दुष्कर्म मार्ग, सत्कर्म मार्ग, upasana karma marga, jnana marga. 5 are there for us to get the sukha and remove the dukkha. In this final thing, the dukkha nivritti is shashvata, sukha prapti is shashvata. Why? In that Atman Brahman, dukkha karanas are not there even little. अविद्या इत्यादि जो दुख के कारण होते हैं ना, वो नहीं है उसमें. So therefore, you will ढूंढो तो भी, you will not be miserable having realized the self. So jnana therefore is important in our life. Those who cannot do, go for bhakti. But you understand the limitations of it. Those who don't understand the bhakti, then believe in your own efforts and be contented with whatever minimum you get. Because the abilities are minimum, efforts can be minimum only. These 3 are allowed, but the other 2 things are doing the wrong things for shortcut method, shortcutly gaining things, or not doing anything. They are not allowed. Not allowed means they won't yield you the expected result of sukha and removal of dukkha. In these 5 things, let us be so spashta that anything contrary to this come from any source, we will not believe it. कोई भी आकर हमको कहे कि ये शॉर्टकट मेथड है, हमें मानना नहीं. बस बैठे रहो, कुछ मत कर, सब कुछ होता है, मानना नहीं. कोई कहता है यार मेहनत कर, फल मिलेगा, दैट्स करेक्ट. कोई कहता है यस लेट्स प्रे टू द लॉर्ड, विल टेक केयर, दैट्स ट्रू. कोई कहते हैं नो रियलाइज द सेल्फ, इन दैट देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, यू आर परमानेंटली blissful. He is correct, final correct. All our rishis, munis said same in our Upanishads which we are studying. Thank you. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhihi. Om Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om जगतीमवितुं कलिता कृतयो विचरन्ति महामहः सच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भव शंकर देशिक मे शरणम। ओम ब्रह्मानंदम। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन मोक्ष प्राप्ति अस्मिन् क्षणे एव। सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः राम मंदिरवत् समस्त मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति देश निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः भारतवर्षे विश्वे च मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थानामपि शाश्वत सुसंप्रतिष्ठा द्वारा शान्त्यादीनां प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारं अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। जस्ट चैंट ओनली टू मंत्रास 3 and 4। ॐ त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसि त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः नीलः पतङ्गो हरितो लोहिताक्षः तडिद्गर्भः ऋतवः समुद्राः अनादिमत्त्वं विभुत्वेन वर्तसे यतो जातानि भुवनानि विश्वा। बस इतना काफी। Now, this 14th mantra with Bhashya we have to study. What is said in this mantra is the four aspects again of Paramatma Tattva. And that Paramatma who has got these aspects is the Paramatma. That state of being, that truth, that reality which fulfills these expressions, he is called as Paramatma. And the suggestion, whatever is given in the last line, has to be respected. Given by the Shruti Mata, given by the Shwethashwathara Rishi and all the Rishi Parampara. To one Rishi, it is revealed. He is not the giver or writer of that book. Nobody claims that copyrights. But for our reference, respect, we say Shwethashwathara Rishi ko ye jnana reveal hua. He is not the one who invented it, but he has done a sufficient tapasya enough that this knowledge revealed to him and through him for all of us. So what he said is Sukshmati, let us chant together two times, 14th mantra. Sukshmati Sukshmam Kalilasya Madhye Vishwasya Srashtaram Rupam Vishwasyaitam Pariveshtitaram Jnatva Shivam Shantimatyantameti. Once more. Sukshmati Sukshmam Kalilasya Madhye विश्वस्यैकं विश्वस्य स्रष्टारमनेकरूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा शिवं शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति. So Sukshmati Sukshmam, that is one lakshana of that Paramatma Tattva. Kalilasya Madhye, he is hidden within that Kalila. When you remove it, he will be revealed. Vishwasya Srashtaram, from the Srushti standpoint, he is the Srashta of the Vishwa. Aneka Rupam means what? Every Rupa is his only. Then Vishwasya Ekam, again Pariveshtitaram, the one who is the permeator of the entire universe. Shivam is most auspicious one. Jnatva, having known him, Shantim Atyantam Eti. One obtains the Atyanta Shanti. In that Atyanta Shanti, what we saw in our common sense thought, the total removal of Dukkha, total attainment of Ananta Sukha Ananda will be there. Now this mantra with Bhashya consciously study करें. Half of it he explains Bhashyakara. Remaining he said, you just refer, it was already told in the earlier mantras. So Sukshma iti, this mantra I am commenting. Listen carefully. What is it? What do you mean by that Paramatma Tattva is Sukshmati Sukshma. Sukshma se bhi atyanta Sukshma. So everything other than it are stula compared to it, and there's no thing more Sukshma than that. Okay. Very sublime Sukshmata. What we see through Indriyas is stula. What we see through mana and buddhi is sukshma. What we see through the intuitive power is mahasukshma. Even beyond that, when we go and see the reality as it is a sukshma te sukshma drushti, and there sukshma sukshma drushti level mein drashta himself knows that he is that druk, or he is the drushya, or he knows there is nothing like drushya, everything is I only. It's called atyanta sukshma drushti. So he is explaining Sukshmati Sukshma. What is it? Pruthivyadi Avyakrutantam Uttarottaram Sukshmam. Okay. And Sukshmataram. So we saw Prithvi, Jala, Agni. So Prithvi is Stula. More Sukshma than Prithvi is Jala. More Sukshma is Agni. More Sukshma is Vayu. More Sukshma is Akash. Up to this Panchamahabhutas. Then it is called as the uh, Mahat Tattva. Then it is called as Avyakruta. So he says Sukshma, Pruthivyadi Avyakrutantam, up to Avyakruta, which is called Mula Prakriti, where all three gunas are in Sama Avastha. They are not disturbed to express as this word. That is the Atyanta Sukshma Sthiti. So Pruthivyadi Avyakrutantam, starting from the Prithvi up to the Avyakrutam, Uttarottaram Sukshma Sukshmataram. इससे वो सूक्ष्म है, उससे वो सूक्ष्म है, उससे वो सूक्ष्म है. Okay, अपेक्षा. In that way you compare or you discuss or you understand about the sukshma 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 ishwarasya tadev apekshaya sukshmatamatvam aha. That Paramatma in this comparison is the subtlemost. That is the meaning of Sukshmati Sukshma. Beyond Paramatma, there is nothing to be said as more Sukshma than him. So, Apeksha Ishwarasya Tadepe Apekshaya Sukshmatamatvam Aha Sukshmati Sukshmam Iti. And then in our other Upanishads, we saw the Sukshma becomes the Karana for the Stula. Sukshma permeates the Stula. And Sukshma is the Atma of the Stula. In that way, the Jala for the Prithvi, Agni for the Jala, etc. etc. Finally, the Parameshwara is Atma of all the things which are Sukshma to it, so which are Stula than him, and is all pervading. Which are the next two words? सूक्ष्माते सूक्ष्मम का अभी explanation हो गया. He is subtler than the subtlest, even subtle than the avyakrita mula prakriti. Prakriti in its samya avastha, it's called. It disturbs then three gunas. Once they come up, they are like all people are sleeping night. Samya avastha. सुबह होते ही that sleep is disturbed. Now everyone gets up and they are busy in their own works. Isn't it? The whole country sleeps at that time, रात को 12 से 4 तक. अब उठते ही everyone does their work. So everyone, where are they when they are sleeping? They are all in Vishama Rahita Samya Sthiti. So too, the three gunas, when they are in the sthiti of expression, the whole world expresses. When these three gunas are in the Samya Avastha, then the Prakriti doesn't express in the form of this word. That's called as avyakta sthiti, avyakrita sthiti. Avyakta, unmanifest. Avyakrita, non-modified or non-grassified, etc. Up to this are sukshma, sukshma, sukshma. Paramatma is more sukshma than this. That's the meaning of sukshmati sukshmam. Now second one, kalilasya madhye. The kalilasya madhye is said by Shankara Bhagavan as what? Avidya tat karyatmaka durgasya gahanasya madhye. This Paramatma Tattva is hidden in our importance given to these things. Avidya and tat karya. What is the karya of the avidya in the yoga bhasha? Asmita, wherein buddhi is doing something, but we identify with the doings of the buddhi. That's called as aham asmi, asmita. After comes the raga, that I like something, dvesha, that I dislike something. Then dehatadhatmya, then fear of the death of the deha, avinivesh. These are all avidya tat karya in yoga bhasha. In Vedanta Vasha, avidya and tatkarya are kama and karma. So between avidya and kama, there are some gaps to be filled up. Avidya always means not knowing I am the Brahman, I am the self. From that, what comes out is the Jiva Bhava. That Jiva Bhava cannot hang independently without the Upadhis. Therefore, the Dehindriya Prana Manobuddhi Upadhi, Tadatma he has got. Once he has got that, these upadhis being limited, he feels that limitation with himself because उससे identified है. Like I identify with my house, then I feel limited with regard to the space of my house. अरे क्यों मैंने 14/12 बनाया, 20/16 बनाना था. ये छत मैंने 12 क्यों बनाया, 16 बना के स्लैब फॉल्स सीलिंग करना था. Or why I made duplex, I should have made 3 floors. So I have all these feelings, limitations because I am identifying with my this house. Otherwise, the whole universe is yours. Anywhere you can go, isn't it? कहीं भी जा सकते तुम. एटलीस्ट इंडिया में बाहर जाना तो पासपोर्ट चाहिए. Because of the limitations felt, there is suffocation. That suffocation, because I am limited, expresses as desire. What is the desire? Desire is the desire to get freed from the limitations, suffocations experienced because of identifying with the limited upadhis. So, kamana hota hai. Then what? After that kamana, karma. Between kamana and karma, the first is basic is desire. Second is depending on variety of asanas, the different desires. Like basic desire is hungry, I have to have food. But when 4 people hungry go to the hotel, they all have gone for one common reason to remove that pangs of hunger. They want to fill their stomach. Desire. But having gone there and seen menu and seeing the items, is not everybody desires for different things. So desiring is common to all the jivas identified with upadhi. But for what they have desire, that different. And naturally, depending on the desired object, the actions also are different, na? Karma. Then that karma leads to the karma phala. Then we are forced to have that karma phala. This is called as tatkarya. So avidya tatkarya. And you and I are fully engrossed in it only, as if that alone is the life. Like a doctor, you go to hospital patients, he conditioned, but कोई वही जिंदगी. ए पॉलिटिशियन को बस नारा लगाओ, पावर पाओ, डू दिस दैट, उसको वही जिंदगी हो जाएगा उनको. सम अदर प्रोफेशनल समबडी. हम जैसे लोग बाबा जी प्रवचन करते जाओ, तो वी आर कंडीशनड इन दिस थिंग. ऑल ऑफ अस आर कंडीशनड ओनली. अविद्या तत्कार्य है ये सब. दिस इज कॉल्ड कलिला. In this we are caught, not knowing our real essential self, etc. So, Sukshmati Sukshmam, Kalilasya Madhye, he only has become as Jiva now, or that self is hidden in this expression of my Jiva Bhava, means my own self is hidden behind my accepting myself as Jiva and living the life of avidya tatkarya. ऐसा समझ लो इसको. सो कलिलस्य अविद्या तत्कार्यात्मक दुर्गस्य is called durgasya gahanasya madhye. Durga and Gahana. Gahana is very deep because where is deep? Durga. It is very difficult to go there. जितना डीप होता है उतना मुश्किल होता है ना जाना. Like ocean. Surface level beach में not so difficult. But the more Gahana, the more it is Durga. So to a pahad. इधर उधर चढ़ो एक छोटा सा hillock. It's not very Gahana, though it's not Durga. But if it is a big like Everest or Kanchenjunga, because it is Gahana, it is Durga. So to a forest. है ना, ऊपर ऊपर सरफेस लेवल फॉरेस्ट जहाँ 10-12 पेड़ है कोई नहीं, बट गहना अंदर गहना जंगल में जाओ तो इट इज दुर्ग. इन द सेम वे कलिलस्य मध्ये अविद्या तत्कार्य तत्कार्यात्मक दुर्गस्य गहनस्य मध्ये. We are caught up in this Jamela so much that we ourselves have both the things. I don't want to come out of it, I cannot come out of it. हम सबको ऐसे ही ना, I don't want to or I cannot come out of all this avidya tatkarya. That's why continuing samsara every day, every moment, not pausing any moment and seeing that this spiritual path of giving up all these things and becoming introverted, realizing the self, let me do that. वो हो ही नहीं रहा, याद ही नहीं रहा हमको. 24 घंटे for the upadhi is what to do. In that only we are gone. We are lost throughout life. That's called as Kalilasya Madhye, Gahanasya Madhye, or Durgasya Madhye. The self is hidden. So in my involvements in these things, that self which is me only, within me only, has become Gahana and Durga for me to realize. Matlab, I myself have gone away from my essential self so far that from there to come back is appearing Gahana and Durga. That indicates that much of efforts therefore are required to reach to him. One of the effort is the sacrifices of all the superficial. Without sacrificing the superficial, the subtler than the subtlest, nobody can reach. Yaad rakho. Okay, so two lines are explained. Sukshmate sukshmam, kalilasya madhye. This much is explained. Now Vishwasya Srashtaram, Aneka Rupam, Vishwasyekam Pariveshtitaram, Jnatva Shivam, Shanti Matyantameti. For all this, what Bhashyakara gave the Bhashya, Shesham Vyakhyatam. ये बाकी चीज ऑलरेडी आपको पिछले मंत्रों में व्याख्यान किया गया. तो रेफर टू दैट. Same are the words, therefore same is the Bhashya. And if you go back, the third chapter in the seventh mantra, if you see that third and fourth line, Vishwasyekam pariveshtitaram isham tam jnatva amrita bhavanti. See, here also Vishwasyekam pariveshtitaram, there isham tam jnatva, here jnatva shivam. Shiva isha same hai na. There it is amrita bhavanti, here shanti matyantameti. So Atyanta Shanti and Amritatva are same. Shiva and Isha are same. Jnatva is common. Then Vishwasyekam Pariveshtitaram is same in both. In this shloka, Vishwasya Srashtaram and Aneka Rupam, that is explained in another mantra, which I have to search and tell you. But the meaning being obvious, one need not worry. So Vishwasya Srashtaram is, he is the one who is the creator of the whole world. यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वादिपः, or यस्मिन् लोका अधिश्रिताः पीछे मंत्रों में बताया है. So Vishwasya Srishtaram is the creator of the Srishti, Aneka Rupam, he alone is expressing in all forms. This is the meaning of second line. Third, fourth line, referring to that Bhashya, we will go through. What was said that in that Bhashya, Vishwasya Ekam Pariveshtitaram, he says, hmm, Narayana. Uh-huh. He says Vishwasya Ekam Pariveshtitaram means what is the Ekam Pariveshtitaram? Dhyan se suno. Sarvam Antah Krutva. So Atmana Sarvam Vyapya Avastitam. This while we talked at that time, sufficient time we gave of trying to analyze. The two very oppositely looking things are said here. One is what? Sarvam Antah Krutva. So Atmana Sarvam Vyapya Avatishtam. One way of looking at Paramatma is Sarvam Antah Krutva. सबको अपने अंदर करके. As if he is a container, all of them are contained. So, this is the meaning of Sarvam Antah Krutva, like Vishwarupa. In the Vishwarupa, Krishna Bhagavan was container. All the Vishwa was the content in him. One meaning, one thing. Sarvam Antah Krutva is the one meaning. Second is what? Swam Atmana Sarvam Vyapya. And whatever the content is there, to that, by being the self, he alone is permeating everything. That is the meaning of Vishwasya Ekam Pariveshtitaram. In him only everything is there, and in everything as the self, he alone is there. That's why in the Vedantic Upanishads and other Brahmanuk and all, we superimposed. Whereas is neither Karana nor the Karya. So he is a container, the whole world is contents. Of the contents, for every one of them, he alone is the Atman. That is the meaning of so Atmana Sarvam Vyapya Avastita. That Isham, there it is called Isham, here it is at Shivam, Parameshwaram, Jnatva, having known him. Amrita Bhavanti, there it is said, here also Atyantam Shantim Et. Amrita Bhavanti, one becomes freed from the Mruti. When one knows that there is no death to me, all the Ashantis permanently go, I discover the permanent Shanti. So therefore, Amrita Prapti there and here Atyanta Shanti are same. Only one thing we have to add today to conclude. The Jnatva means what? It was said in between mantras. Whenever when we talk in Vedanta about knowing the God is knowing that to be my own self. Because Paramatma cannot be the Drushya Vastu. Drushya is Jada. Drushya is Parivartana Shila. Drushya is Nashvara. Bhagavan is not Jada. Bhagavan is not Parivartana Shila. Bhagavan is not Nashvarana. So how can therefore he be object? Here when you the difference between knowing a bottle, knowing a table, knowing a bulb, knowing a fan, and knowing Paramatma is all of them are known objectively. Paramatma is known subject. Subjective knowledge is not the knowledge, but it is anubhuti only. But we are seeking it. That's why the language of knowing is used. But it's more than knowing, it's being only. And that being I'm already there. Not that मैं जाकर अभी आत्मा बनता हूँ ना मैं already हूँ. That's why it's called discovery. So from what standpoint it is said as knowing, from what standpoint it is said as discovering, from what standpoint it's not called as being, that clarity we must have. So here the word used is jnatva. So don't imagine jnatva matlab acha Paramatma ko you will know him objectively. ऐसा नहीं. You are that Paramatma, that realization happens, the recognition happens, that discovery happens. It is covered, the cover is removed. Cover of ignorance, ignorance born, wrong identity of mine with something else and living as some wrong entity. Identity and entity. So I am identified with upadhis and living as an entity, the jiva. So those identities are gone, the wrong identification is gone. I realize my real entity. Then Amrita Bhavanti Shanti Matyantamit. He will realize his immortality, wherein there is that peace which is never reduced, never ending. Because of peace, it's called Ananda. And it being continuous, no trace of presence of dukkha. So dukkha raitya, Shanti Prapti, Sukha Ananda Prapti, Amritatva Prapti. Feel all these words. That feeling when we try to, one day it will click. Oh, this is what actually my heart is seeking or I am seeking. This is available in my own essential self. Instead of searching for it here, I am searching somewhere else. Oh, I have done wrong now. Let me see that which I am already within me. ये वाले click होते. Then he is called a matured seeker. Upanishads mold us to that matured personality by inducing into us these intellectual knowledge when we allow it through our everyday attending and studying. So I welcome you all. Wish you all the best. Continue tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Param Brahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanam Astu. Spend little time for Gita. One shloka we'll see today. We have seen yesterday the 37. Hatova Prapsasi Swargam with Bhashyam. We'll see that. With that, most crucial topic ends to give way for the next crucial topic of our attitudes which we have to have to convert this Swadharma into Karma Yoga and into Adhyatmic Sadhana. Come.